everyone, I'm glad you found me today. We have been reading stories based on the topic called On the Go for the past couple of weeks. And I have another story that I'd like to read to you, but I first want to share some things that I have inside my story stretcher bag. First thing that I have inside my bag is pretty big. This is my boys, and it is something called a ripstick. It's kind of like a skateboard where you stand on it and use your body to sort of twist and maneuver so that you can roll around on it. So this is something called a ripstick, and I'll put this right here. And let's see what else I have. I have a little toy car. You can see that. It's a red car. I also have a rollerblade. I don't know if any of you have ever roller skated or rollerbladed before, but these are my boys. They really like to do this outside, especially now that we've been home for a while. They've been having a lot of fun. So this is a rollerblade. And I have one more thing that is theirs that they like to play with, and it is really big. It's a scooter. And maybe you have a bike or a scooter too. So I have a ripstick, which is sort of like a skateboard. I have a little toy car, and I have a rollerblade, and I have a scooter. And I'm wondering if you might be able to think about what is something that all of these things have in common. What do you think? Are these all things that maybe you can use outside? Maybe. What about, are you thinking that maybe all of these things are things that help you to move, like a skateboard you can stand on and you can roll, roller skates you can roll around with, a scooter you can ride, and a car you can drive in to get you places? You would be right if you were thinking that these are all things that move or help people to move. There's something else that they all have in common. Let's see, what do you think it could be? I noticed something like this on the rollerblades, and something like this on the car, on the ripstick. How do these things move? Are you thinking that they all have wheels? You are right. All of the different things in my story stretcher bag today have wheels. Wheels are circle shapes that are used to help move something from one place to another in a much easier way. Like, take a look at this, for example. I have a brick that is just sitting on my table. If I wanted to move this brick, I could push it, but it's pretty heavy to push, and it takes a lot of effort to get it to push. Well, people have been using wheels for thousands of years to help them do hard jobs. So look what I can do. I can take a whole bunch of pencils, and I can put them on the table, and then I can take this heavy brick, and I can put it on top of these pencils, and my pencils can act like wheels to help move this brick in a much easier way. In our story today, we are going to read about different types of vehicles that help a little girl named Tess and her friends get to school. What is it that you would ride to school on? What vehicle would take you to school? Maybe a car, but also maybe a bus. And this story is called The Bus for Us. And while Tess and her friends are waiting at the school bus, Tess is looking for the school bus to come down the street, but she is going to see a lot of other vehicles that have wheels that are riding along the street before she sees this school bus. So let's take a look at all of the different things that Tess and her friends see as they are waiting for the school bus. The Bus for Us, written by Suzanne Bloom and illustrated by Suzanne Bloom. She wrote the words and the pictures. Is this the bus for us, Gus? No, Tess. This is a taxi. This book is called The Bus for Us. It's written and illustrated by Suzanne Bloom. That means she wrote the words and the pictures. And here you can see there's a yellow vehicle on the left side of the page. And the little girl says, "Is this the bus for us, Gus? Does that look like it could be a school bus?" No, Tess. This is a taxi. Is this the bus for us, Gus? Does that look like it could be a school bus? No, I know that school buses are yellow. He says, no, Tess. This is a tow truck. Here she says, is this the bus for us, Gus? What do you think? No, Tess. This is a fire engine. Is this the bus for us, Gus? Can you read it along with me? No, Tess. This is an ice cream truck. Is this the bus for us, Gus? What do you think? No, Tess. This is a garbage truck. He's starting to get frustrated, isn't he? Here she is. Tess asks, is this the bus for us, Gus? It looks yellow, but it doesn't quite look like a school bus. Let's see. What do you think? No, Tess. This is a backhoe. Here he is. His head is down. He's looking away. And Tess says, is this the bus for us, Gus? And it is. He says, yes, Tess, this is the bus for us. Let's go. The end. Thanks for reading that story with me. Were you able to help read along with the story a little bit? I love reading that story together with friends because it's a lot of fun for everyone to read together. So we were talking about wheels and how all of those vehicles that were on the street going to the bus stop or going past the bus stop had wheels that were helping them move along. And we were talking also about how wheels are circle shapes that help to carry loads from long distances without a lot of effort. So again, what I have done is I've set up a little ramp. This time, instead of using books like I did the last time, I set up just a piece of wood that we had in our garage. But if you have books at home and you want to set up a ramp, or if maybe you have even a little sliding board that's in your home, if you want to set it up, you can then gather a bunch of different materials that you see around your house and test out to see what would roll like a wheel would roll. So let's take a look at some of the things that I found in my house. I found a tin can. And I know that a tin can has a circle, and I know that a circle is a shape that is round and it will probably roll. So let's test it out. If I were to put it at the top of my ramp and if I were to let go, I could see that the tin can would roll right down the ramp. What else do I have? Oh, I bet you probably have some of these laying around your house right now. It's an Easter egg. So let's see if an Easter egg will roll the way a wheel will. Sure will. It rolls right down that ramp. What about a banana? Is the banana a shape of a circle? Is it round? No, it's not. Let's see if it rolls. It does not roll. It does go down my ramp because my ramp is pretty steep, but it slides down. It does not roll down. And if I were to lay it up here, it wouldn't start rolling to get down the ramp. So this does not roll. What about a roll of toilet paper. Now, if I were to lay my roll of toilet paper this way, does it roll down the ramp? It does not roll down the ramp. But if I were to take it and I were to put it on its side where its circle is, let's see what happens. Ooh, it rolls right down, almost knocked over the camera. What about a little stuffed animal? Does this look round? Let's see, if I were to put it up at the top, it does not roll down my ramp. What if I were to put it here? Oh, it does not roll either. It doesn't even slide down unless I were to give it a push. And what about a little pom-pom ball? Do you think that's going to roll down? I think it's going to roll down too. Maybe you can find some things that are around your house, some things that are circles and round, and some things that aren't. Gather them up, test them out. Build your own ramp or inclined plane using a slide or a book or a piece of wood or whatever you have, and test out some things and see if they roll. And then maybe you can also see which ones roll the furthest, and you can do different kinds of experiments with that too. I hope you have fun playing and learning with all of the things that are around you. See you soon.